In this video, we will solve a problem on monopoly and perfect competition. This question was asked by a brother on Telegram channel of Econ Maths. The question is like this. A firm sells some output in perfectly competitive market where the price is $60 per unit and some on a market in which it has a monopoly with a demand function as P2 is equal to 100 minus Q2 where Q2 is the output in the monopoly market. Its total cost function is being given as C is equal to Q1 plus Q2 whole square, where Q1 is the output in the competitive market. We have to find out the profit maximizing output in two markets and price in the monopoly. Okay, so what we are being given here, we first we are being told we have a firm. Okay, we have a firm. He sells his output in two markets, that is in perfect competitive market and in monopoly market. Okay, in perfect competition we are being given price is, let us say P is equal to 60, and in the monopoly we have a demand function that is P2 is equal to 100 minus Q2. Okay, also we are being told the total cost of this firm is equal to, that is Q1 plus Q2 whole square, and we are being told to find out the profit maximizing level of output in two markets. That means profit maximizing level of Q1, okay, Q2, and price in the monopoly market, which is P2. Okay, we have also to find out the value of P2. Okay, so let's take the perfectly competitive market. In the perfectly competitive, let me write it here. In perfect competition, we know the profit maximizing condition is simply our price should be equal to marginal cost. Okay, this is the condition in the perfect competition. So price is being given as 60, and what is marginal cost? Let us see here. Total cost is being given as Q1 plus Q2 whole square. Now marginal cost is simply the derivative, okay, marginal cost, with respect to Q1, MC1, that's I have written it here. That means we take the partial derivative of this cost function with respect to Q1. So using the power function rule first, so we have 2 Q1 plus Q2. That means exponent becomes coefficient and exponent is subtracted by 1 by power function rule, and then internally differentiate with respect to Q1. Derivative of Q1 is 1. Okay, that means marginal cost, marginal cost in competitive market will be 2Q1 plus 2Q2. Okay, now what we need to do, just equate price with marginal cost. Price is being given as 60, so I can write it here. 60 is equal to, our marginal cost came out to be 2Q1 plus 2Q2. Okay, so this is the condition in case of perfect competition. And if we rewrite it, we can write it like this. If I take 2 common, so I can write it like this. Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 60, which gives us Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 30. Okay, if I transpose, it will get divided, so we will get 30. Now let's come to the monopoly. Okay, so in case of monopoly, what is our profit maximizing condition? We have our marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. Okay, simple thing. We are being given the demand function. That means first we need to find out the total revenue. Total revenue is simply price, that means P2 into Q2. Now P2 is being given as 100 minus Q2. To this we multiply Q2, which gives us 100 Q2 minus Q2 square as our total revenue. Okay, that means our marginal revenue, let me show it by subscript 2, that means marginal revenue for a good 2, that means q2 will be equal to, we need to take the derivative of this function with respect to q2. So derivative of q2 is 1, we are left with 100 minus derivative of q2 square is 2 q2. I have explained it n number of times. Okay, and what is the marginal cost? Marginal cost again, so if I write the marginal cost, in case of monopoly will be equal to the derivative of cost function with respect to q2. Okay, so if I take the derivative of this function with respect to q2, so simple, this exponent becomes coefficient, so we have 2 q1 plus q2. Okay, by power function rule, and we internally take derivative of this function, sorry, this q2, so this is only 1, so again we get marginal cost is equal to that is 2 q1 plus 2 q2. Okay, so as I told you, profit maximizing condition is marginal revenue should be equal to marginal cost. So let us give it the subscript also here. So using this condition, our marginal revenue is 100 minus 2 q2 should be equal to our marginal cost, which is 2 q2, sorry, 2 q1 plus 2 q2. Okay, now we can do one thing here. So we have here 2 q1 plus 2 q2 here. Let us solve it for, so we have minus 2 q2 here plus 2 q2, so they will not get cancelled here. One thing that we can actually do here, we have seen here q1 plus q2 is equal to 30. Okay, if I solve it for q1, that means q1 will be equal to 30 minus q2. Okay, and let us rewrite it here. So we have, if I transpose it here, it will become 4 q2. Okay, 4 q2 plus 2 q1 is equal to 100, and we have q1 is equal to 30 minus q2. I can write it like this: 4 q2 plus 2 q1 is this very thing, so in place of q1 I will write 30 minus q2 should be equal to 100. Okay, that gives us 4 q2 plus 2 3s are 60, 2 minus 2 q2 is equal to 100. Okay, that gives us let us see what we get here. So 4 q2 minus 2 q2 comes out to be 2 q2, so 2 q2, okay, is equal to, transposing this 60 here, it will get subtracted with 100, so 100 minus 60 is 40. Okay, that means our q2 will come out to be 40 upon 2 is 20. That means our profit maximizing level of output in case of q2 was shayad, yes, it was the monopoly market. Okay, so in monopoly we will produce 20 units of good. And what about perfect competition? So q2 is equal to 20, just plug the value of q2 is equal to 20 in this equation. That means our q1 will be equal to 30 minus q2, the value of, or let me write it here, 30 minus our q2 is, which we got here, 20. That means our q2 will be equal to 30 minus 20 is equal to 10. So we will be producing only 10 unit, sorry, it is actually q1 here. Okay, and what about q2 is q2 is the output in the monopoly market. Okay, so I got the value of q2 as 20. Okay, let me see whether I have done the calculation correctly or not. Okay, yes, okay, so q1 is 10. Now what is the monopoly price? Just plug the value of p2, so we have p2 is equal to 100 minus q2, and the value of q2 we got 20. That means the price p2 will be equal to 100 minus q2. The q2 we got here 20. That means the price in the monopoly market will be 100 minus 20, which comes out to be 80. Okay, so the question was profit maximizing output in two markets. So q1 which we got here 10, okay, q2 we got 20, and price in the monopoly market will be equal to 80, and price in the perfect competition that was given us is 60. And how do we interpret these conditions? So if this is our graph, profit maximizing condition requires that price should be equal to marginal cost in case of monopoly, and in case of perfect competition, in case of monopoly, we have, if this is our demand function, this is our marginal revenue function, let us say this is our cost function. So where that is marginal cost function, so profit maximizing condition requires where marginal revenue intersects marginal cost, and corresponding to this we get the price. Okay, I hope I make myself clear in this video. Thank you. For more videos on mathematical economics, please subscribe this channel, like, comment and share also. Thank you.